Good morning, everybody. Mike Allen here. This is the Armed Radio Global Network. On the air, Monday Morning Brew. Death, taxes, Spurs win in convincing fashion. I got a conspiracy theory about that. We're going to talk about that a little bit. Also, what's going on in Iraq? Should we send troops back in to save their country or let them go? My opinions and thoughts on the process and your tweets all coming up right here on the Armed Radio Global Network, Monday Morning Brew.
Wow, that tiger lily on your shoulder has amazing color.
Thanks. I just got this tattoo a week ago.
What? No way. That tattoo looks totally healed. My tattoos never looked that great after a week. What did you use on it?
It's not what I used on it, it's what I used in it.
Now you're just making fun of me. What do you mean in it?
Tattoo Rick told me that it's not only what you put on your tattoos, it's what you put in your body that also affects your tattoos.
Great. Another thing I have to change about my diet.
No, nothing like that. I take the tattoo pill.
Really? There's a pill for tattoos?
Yeah, it's called a tattoo pill. It's packed with 30 vitamins and minerals that your body needs to help operate at ideal level. It helps me before, during, and after my tattoo. Great thing is, it's made here in the United States from all natural ingredients. And for people like me that are vegetarians, the tattoo pill comes in a veggie capsule and is gluten-free.
Okay, you got me. Where do I get this tattoo pill?
TheTattooPill.com.
TheTattooPill.com?
Yes, all one word, TheTattooPill.com.
Do you want a better future for your family and yourself? Now you can advance your current career or begin a new career and command a bigger paycheck by earning a fully accredited online degree. Study when and where you want. Tens of thousands of adults are doing it now. You can too. Best of all, financial aid is available for all those who qualify. For free, no obligation information on online degree programs, visit collegescholarships.com or speak with an educational advisor at 844-353-1800. Why wait? Visit collegescholarships.com or call 844-353-1800 right now. The information is free and it can change your life.
Ready to boost your professional image and show your dedication to your career? iCarryalls.com is your source for customized business cases for iPad, iPad mini, MacBook, Galaxy tablets, and other devices. We stock a huge number of genuine leather portfolios, pouch cases, business tote bags, and more. If you don't see the style you like, the iCarryalls design team can help you design the perfect case for your needs. Express international shipping is available. Get organized today with a leather case that works as hard as you do. Visit iCarryalls.com.
Hi, I want to tell you about the new Zunity Eclipse. iStream is a smart media aggregator that stores your media tastes to better focus your searches. Add to favorites or subscribe to your show of choice and never miss an episode again. Create your own little digital online library without downloading a thing. It supplies content by scanning and collating your channels directly from the World Wide Web. Supporting many formats and exceptionally versatile, whether playing the latest Android games and emulators, streaming 1080p HD movies or video playback from your own media collection, the Eclipse is a powerful, stylish addition to any household. Miracast and AirPlay, which enable you to share media content such as music, videos, photos between your smartphone, tablet, or laptop and your TV, will also run on this little Zunit. Zunity, TV made simple. Play games, share photos, chat with friends, use our social media, stream, enjoy live television from around the globe. To order, contact us at Zunity.tv or call 718-414-3128 and check us out on Facebook. Zunity Talk for more information. TV made simple.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event of the evening. Tune into Channel Austin on June 21st as Enlightened Warriors in partnership with Emos to bring you the very best in amateur mixed martial arts. The Jiu-Jitsu tournament starts at 8 a.m. with Enlightened Warriors bell time 7 p.m. This event sanctioned by Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation. Tickets available at frontgatetickets.com.
This is Jason Merrill from the John and Jay Show every Tuesday nights at 11 Eastern. On Live 365 Radio. home of the big guns.
All right, good morning, everybody. Hope you got your coffee, a little sweet roll or a donut. For all you folks out there on the West Coast, it's coming up on 10 after 7, so you should be up and moving around. I've already had a conversation with our mentor and star maker, Joe Rocks, this morning, so I know he's up and moving around. For all you out there listening, you have a couple of ways that you can chime into this morning's show. Still working on the phone lines. Probably going to have that worked out by Wednesday. I'm talking with my cable provider to get a phone line attached through cable. We'll be able to attach that to our 1-800 number. Trying to get that worked out. Other than that, welcome. This is Monday Morning Brew. Every Monday morning, I get you started here at Armed Radio Global. Get the week going. But I'm not the only one. Come noontime today, Tattoo Rick and Tara will come on with Afternoon Bites. They come on at 12 noon Central Standard Time. And then a brand new show tonight, The Lynn O Show. And I believe it comes on at 7 Central. Yep, 7 Central, and then 9 Central, Matt Hazley. So it's a full day of programming on Mondays. Mondays we started out, man. We just hit the ground running. So that's 4 shows, 1 day. Can't beat it. Lino Show tonight, premiere tonight. I'll be listening. It's going to be a great show. And then afterwards, the old standby, Straight Talk with Matt Hazley. And of course, we had the U.S. Open this weekend, so he'll have a lot of insight on that. I missed that. I had a very busy weekend. Not only running around getting ready for next Saturday as Belts of Honorius 6. I'll be ring announcing, and we'll have links up on Facebook, and everybody that's a listener of this show and my show on Wednesday night, you'll be able to see me live. And remember, the camera adds 10 pounds, so keep the fat jokes down. Remember, I'm not fat, I'm aerodynamically challenged. But that'll be next Saturday. Bell time, 7 p.m. Central, will be carried live on Channel Austin for everybody around in the local area, and live on the intranet. We'll provide all the links for that, and you'll be able to watch some great amateur MMA. You've been seeing me share and post all the posts from Belts of Honorius all week long, and I'll be continuing to do so. And that's going to be pretty cool. TV debut of Belts of Honorius next Saturday, locally. Hopefully go national here one day, but locally you'll be able to watch it live, and then on the internet and all that good stuff. So that'll be a lot of fun. Tuesday night, of course, Valenistama and her show, Talk Time with Val. She gets in depth with all lady stuff and cooking, and I kind of wonder where her show goes. But it always goes somewhere interesting for sure. And then after that, on Tuesdays, we have the High Five at 10. And I actually have to I'm going to download the updated commercial. My apologies to John and Jay and Mike. The only promo commercial I still had available was your old one, and I just have forgotten to download the new one. But they come on at 9 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern. It's the High Five at 10. And I tell you, we have some very entertaining shows. All of our shows are worth listening to, depending upon your opinion. But their show is someone everybody can get on board with because they are hilarious. It's like sitting next to a group of guys in a bar. And they have some great insight and just fun conversation, and you get to listen in. And then this Wednesday night, we have a special guest. Nal Chavez of Enlightened Warriors, Belts of Honorius 6, is going to come on and talk about the event on Saturday, go through the fight card. And then, time permitting, we're going to have Ryan Lee of Rifles and Reason, and we're going to talk about some of the, the gun rights stuff, and maybe some more surprises. I'm always working here. I'm always out looking for guests to come on my show to make it interesting. I'm still looking for, and if anybody out there is listening who's anti-gun, understand, when you come on my show, I'm not going to cut you off. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to ask questions and let you have this platform to make your case. And we don't agree, but you're going to have. I'm not going to interrupt you and try to shut you down, because that's just not how it works. If I've had people with different views come on my show before, and afterwards they were very grateful for the opportunity to express their opinions, and it's an open format. So you're welcome to come on. I encourage you to come on and make your case. If you believe strongly in what you believe in, then I give you the format to come on here, and of course it opens it up for debate and discussion, and that's what this country's all about. Thursday night, Val comes back on. She'll finish up whatever she didn't finish up on Tuesday, and again, it's always entertaining. And then after Val's show, Night Talk with Joe Rocks. He comes on with Jackie and the dog, the human torpedo. And they have a lot of fun, and it's just as entertaining as the John and Jay show. Great chemistry between the personalities on the show. So guys, a lot of great entertainment here, entertainment value on Armed Radio Global. And then Friday, Matt's all alone, and he closes out the week with Straight Talk. And then again, he had another great show this Friday. Listened to the whole thing, and he's very knowledgeable about a lot of stuff. And he's got the job that I would love to have. The only problem with being a golf pro, however, is the word golf and pro. And even though I love to play golf, there's nothing about my game that gets me anywhere close to the status of pro. I'd be pro drinking, or a pro looking for my ball off in the rough, or pro picking my ball up after I double out. And for those of you who don't golf, I double out. When I play, I don't hold everybody up because of my ineptitude. If it's a par 4 and I'm on my 8th stroke and I don't get it in the hole, I pick it up. We can add one. So on a par 4, if I don't get it in the hole, it's a 9. And that's how I roll. I don't want everybody to wait around on me. So, all right, lots of stuff going on. Spurs win. The Spurs win. And they just don't win. They dominated. Now, here's my conspiracy theory. If any Spurs fans out there, chime in. Send me a tweet at tired_Lions_fan. Of course, we're less than 70 days away from the football season, which I'm absolutely ecstatic about. And again, I hold my hopes up for my Detroit Lions, and that'll last about 2 games. But the Spurs win in convincing fashion, 100 and something to 80 something, and it just wasn't even a game really. They jumped out ahead 20 points, and the same thing. The last 3 games, just the same thing. They got way out in front, and then they just dominated. And here's my conspiracy theory. Now, obviously, the Spurs were not only the better team, they were the superior team. Now, there's a difference. There's a difference between being a better team. A better team, you have pretty much the same, maybe the same genetic makeup. You have the same talent parity across both teams, but just one team plays better. And then you have the superior team. That's where the DNA and the teamwork are better than your opponents. And I'm telling you right now, if Miami's going to win another championship, they're going to have to get out there and find somebody to help LeBron, because he can't do it alone. And the funny thing about the Spurs is, even though they have their big 3, the 3 main players on the Spurs, it's a team effort. You'll see 5-6 passes before somebody gets a dish off and it goes up into the basket. So that's awesome. That's team play. And it's hard to fight against that. You can't win against a team that's so together, that's so engaged, and so that flows together. It's just hard to beat a team like that, and you can't. And Miami was outclassed on every level. Here's my conspiracy theory. Now, the championship is the best of 7, which means you have to win 4 games to win the championship. Spurs came out, defeated Miami. They had the big air conditioning scandal. saying that they cut the air conditioning to win the game, which may or may not happen. I mean, somebody took advantage of that and made a really nice, a funny video of a maintenance guy at the AT&T Center saying, "Yeah, I did it. I cut the AC." You know, and that's all fun and games, but I don't think that had anything to do. Well, it proved out later that had nothing to do with the Miami loss. They were outmatched in that game. And then they dropped the second game. The Spurs dropped the second game. Here's my conspiracy theory. I think they intentionally dropped that second game just so they could win the trophy back in San Antonio 3 games later. Because they went to Miami, and it wasn't even close. I mean, it wasn't even a game. I mean, it was like a varsity play in the JV. So they could have very easily handled Miami in the first series, but they would have won the championship in Miami, and I think they wanted to bring it home. I think they wanted to win it on their home court. So my conspiracy theory is they dumped that second game. They just let Miami win. That's my conspiracy theory. It's my show, my conspiracy theory. In other news, so anyway, they won. Congratulations to the San Antonio Spurs. Congratulations to the Spurs fan base. You guys did a great job. And, man, you can't get better than that, man. I mean, you just cannot get better than that. Winning a championship is something that Detroit doesn't do a whole lot of. I mean, the Pistons hadn't done it since the 90s, late 80s, early 90s, back when the Bad Boys. And, of course, the Red Wings hadn't won a cup in here in like 4 or 5 years. The Detroit Tigers are good, and they've been to the playoffs the last 5-6 years, but they haven't been able to get to a World Series in a while, I think in the last 10 years. And, of course, my incomparable Detroit Lions have not been to a championship game since 1957. So, yeah, you know. Anyway, let's take a break. I got to get some more coffee. Remember, you're listening to the Armed Radio Global Network. Spreaker didn't cooperate with me this morning, so this show will be carried on Spreaker, and I'm going to upload it after we're done. But normally, I'd be running on Spreaker, of course, my Gen 365, Live 365, and just a whole host of other ones. I got to get an updated list from Joe because there's so many platforms that Armed Radio Global is on. It's unbelievable. Go to www.armedradioglobal.com and find out more how you can get involved, either as a sponsor or as a listener. And let us know how you feel. Tweet me this morning at tired_Lions_fan. Let me know what you think about the things we're talking about. Other than that, I'll be right back after these messages. I'm Mike Allen. You're listening to the Armed Radio Global Network. And this is Monday Morning Brew.
Hey, do you buy American? Do you know why it's important? Have you taken the time to understand the purchase choices you make every day affects our tomorrow? Did you know if we all make 5% of our purchases each year with USA-made products, you'll help create American-made jobs nationwide and even in your community? If the majority of us can, we'll create 1 million new jobs. AmeriMerch.com is committed to the success of America and American families. Their unique website only promotes the sales of American companies and businesses' high-quality products from all over the U.S. for consumers all over the world to enjoy. You'll definitely want to check it out. They have amazing products you've never seen and are truly 100% made in the USA.
Say goodbye to payroll hassles with professional services from K&L Payroll Services. Now you can trust your payroll is in good hands. There is nothing better than personal attention from a trusted advisor who knows your business. Get more for your money with K&L Payroll Services. Call today at 888-979-6660 for honest savings on payroll services. That's K&L Payroll Services.
There is nothing in this world that can make or break your day like a comfortable pair of shoes. And if you're a woman like me, then the perfect shoes are as seductive as the perfect full-bodied wine coupled with a smooth, dark Belgian chocolate. Or a steaming hot bubble bath at the end of a long day. Let's be real, ladies. The perfect pair of shoes can even be better than spine-tingling, bone-melting, body-shivering. Well, you know what I mean. So, where do you get your perfect pair of shoes? Savvy Souls, where chic meets comfort at the intersection of satisfaction, swank, and trendy. Go to www.forsavvysouls.com for 50 to 70% off on the latest spring styles, or find them on Facebook today.
Christian Pleva is Boston's premier wedding and personal photographer. Turning his passion into a life's work, he has dedicated himself to bringing his talents to capture the special memories of the beginning of your life's journey together. Christian uses the most updated equipment and software to handle any size wedding event, from full church and reception to a small intimate ceremony in the courthouse. Contact him today at www.christianplevaimages.com for booking information and available dates.
Did you know that 50 is the new 30? There's a new book that just came out called Women's and Lemons. Your time is now. Begin your adventure, live your dream. And although written for the quintastic woman specifically, it is a must-read book for all women. You will need to order the Women's and Lemons Adventure Journal too for the interactive action steps. You won't be able to put this book down and your life will never be the same. Begin your adventure today and be determined to live and enjoy your dream. Order the book and the Adventure Journal on Amazon.com today. Women's and Lemons. Your time really is now. Grab a hold of those lemons and squeeze all the juice that life has to offer you.
Out of the blue, you see or meet the man or woman of your dreams. You both flirt. The attraction is obviously mutual. Now what? A big fat nothing, because you were both too shy to ask for contact details. Find and contact them again for free at bluemychance.com. That's right, bluemychance.com, where people meet again.
Come join me, Matt Hazley, your host for Straight Talk, where we will take a journey into the deepest regions of your mind. Yeah, right. Nah, just kidding. Join me every Monday and Friday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, where every topic is fair game. Only on ARM Radio, home of the big guns.
All right, welcome back to the show. I'm Mike Allen. You're listening to Monday Morning Brew on the Armed Radio Global Network. I know Twitter works. I just fired it up. Send me a tweet about what you would like to talk about, or comment on what's being talked about this morning at tired_lions_fan and hashtag it Armed Radio. That way it'll come up on my Twit deck and we can talk about it. Lots of things going on in the news. One of the things that's being talked about a lot on Facebook in the media is the fall of Iraq. Now, way back in 2003, when we decided that somehow Iraq was involved in 9/11, and we were convinced by our government that Iraq had weapons of mass destruction, that being chemical or biological weapons. Don't think they had nukes, but and I'll comment on that here in a second. But back when all that was happening, I made this prediction. I said, if we go into Iraq, we're going to be there for a long time, and if we ever leave, it's going to not last. And I'll tell you why. The Iraqi people, and I'm just going to put this out there, and if you don't agree with me, that's fine, but I'm tired of countries rolling over and playing a victim where the blood of my fellow soldiers and my fellow service members in the Marines, the Air Force, and the Navy have to go over there and fight for someone else's freedom. That's not our job. If you, as a people, if you cannot, with all of our equipment and all of the training that the United States Army gave you, and the Special Forces and the Green Berets and everybody, all that training they gave you, if you're not motivated enough to beat an untrained but well-armed insurgency with discipline, honor, and courage, then you don't deserve a free country, and your country deserves to fall. And I don't think one drop of United States citizens' blood should be shed in their defense. And that's, you can come up with the idea that it's about honor and it's about integrity and bull crap. Bull crap. One thing, we didn't have to go in there in the first place. The area was stabilized. Saddam Hussein wasn't going anywhere. He was totally and completely crippled. His army wasn't going to do anything. His Air Force obviously wasn't going to do anything. They buried all his planes. As far as a fighting force, they weren't really that good anyway. In 91, I was over there with the 3rd Armored Division, and we pretty much proved that big doesn't mean better, because we, with 500,000 men, took out an army that was the 4th largest army in the world. They had over 4 million men under arms, and we took them out in less than 100 hours. So they're not that good to begin with. So these insurgents probably aren't that good either, as far as a military force. Does that make sense? I mean, if the United States Army can keep stability in that region for 10 years, and if the United States Army and our forces and our soldiers can defeat those guys, then it would stand to reason that a country with people that live there, that have a vested interest in the future of their country, with that training and I would assume motivation, should be able to defend themselves. And apparently they can't. Apparently they're so inept. A bunch of people driving around in Toyota pickup trucks and machine guns are just wiping them out. And they're not even fighting them in pitched battle. They're just giving up and walking away, a la the South Vietnamese Army in 1974. And now the Americans that are in Baghdad, now we're evacuating. And this is Vietnam all over again. And what really pissing me off is that one of the big things that was the selling point is that the Iraqis would pay us for going over there with their oil, and the only people that benefited from their oil was the oil companies, and the only people that paid for it was us, the American taxpayer, that will be paying for it for years because it drove the debt up trillions of dollars. And of course, Bush and Cheney and all those guys got rich. They got rich. I mean, how the vice president of the United States, one of his companies was one of the main contractors. And nobody thinks that's weird. I hate to start out Monday like this because this just gets my blood boiling. As a soldier and as somebody who served his country, I'm very patriotic. I love my country. And I don't want to see the blood of my fellow citizens shed on a lost cause, on something that people don't believe in. It's just there. The motivation isn't there for freedom. The motivation isn't there to free the Iraqi people, because obviously they don't have enough heart to do it themselves. I mean, to get let off like sheep and put in a ditch and shot down without even putting up a fight. I mean, what? I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't understand how someone can allow themselves just to be let off. To be let off and slaughtered. I don't get the mentality. If you're going to kill me, I'm going to at least be fighting. I'm going to be doing something. Kicking, screaming, trying to grab a weapon. You're going to have to shoot me down in the process of defending myself. I'm not just going to be let off quietly and then kneel down and lay down in a ditch and get my brains blown out. I just can't understand that mentality. And it's obviously they're defeated already in their mind. They're already beat. And if they're going to sit there and cry about, well, where's America? The United States needs to come in and help us, and where's your humanity? My humanity is in the fact that fathers and mothers and brothers and cousins and dads and aren't going to be sent over there to be spit on and called the white devil by the Muslim religion over there, and then to die and to sacrifice themselves for people that aren't willing to do it for themselves. I mean, that's the real issue here. If you're not willing to die for your own country, why should I die for your country? The United States has been around about 235, 237 years. Yeah, guess what? No other foreign country has ever come into this country and defended the United States for its citizens. Did you know that? We've only been invaded twice. Well, once. The English invaded us. And if you count the Mexican-American War, but we went over there. But no one, it's not like we've got this fringe group over here in the United States that's out of control, that's driving around in pickup trucks and blowing everybody's brains out, and Canada's got to come in and save us. Because we're being led off into a ditch like sheep. And then you wonder why people defend the Second Amendment. You think that's crap would happen here? Do you think you could roll on up into Austin, Texas with a bunch of Toyota trucks with machine guns and start blasting away and think that somebody's not going to fire back here? Do you think we're going to be able to? Well, I know there's one group that'll probably be quietly rounded up like sheep and let off, and that's our liberal side, because they don't have any guns to begin with, so they don't have a choice. But not me. If I'm going to die, and I'm not saying I'm going to live through the confrontation, but there's going to be some bullets thrown back, or you're going to have to get the jump on me, because I'm not going quietly. I'm not going to walk quietly to a ditch so you can blow my brains out. That's not going to happen. It is not going to happen. You're going to have a fight on your hands, and I may lose, but I'll do my damnedest to take as many people as I can with me. Because it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how our whole country is so corrupt, the government is so corrupt, and the people don't even want to fight back. And in one, I saw a video in one town that the ISIS folks, they call them ISIS, Iraqi, Syrian, independent something, they're trying to make a state of Syria and Iraq together as one country. Is their goal. In one town, they were cheering. These are Iraqi soldiers that had ditched their uniforms, and they were cheering the ISIS troops that were pulling into the town. Well, that tells me right there, I don't need to shed any blood for you. That's what you want? You want Sharia law? You want your women beheaded and stoned when they get raped? You want all that crap? Fine. That's how you want to live? Not a problem. And if you live in Iraq and you want to go and you don't want to live that way, and if you're not man enough to stand up and take your country back, move. You don't deserve it. You certainly don't deserve a citizen of the United States' blood being shed on your behalf if you're not even willing to do it yourself. You're just going to sit there. One of the things that I noticed when we fought over there in 91 is the Kuwaiti army. There was only one out of all the coalition forces. We had 500,000 men under arms, under like 5 or 6 different countries. Saudi Arabia, the Middle Eastern countries were Saudi Arabia, Kuwait. We had some troops in there. Egypt had sent some troops in the coalition. Maybe a brigade. The Kuwaitis had one division. Now, to put this into perspective. One division, and it was a light division. It wasn't even a heavy armor or heavy infantry. It was a light division, probably about 300, 400 guys. All the men in Kuwait of fighting age had fled the country and were in other countries sitting in discotheques waiting to come back. And after we won the war, we sat out in the desert for about 2 months, and then they moved us into Kuwait to stand down and get our equipment cleaned up and get it back to Germany. My 3rd Armored Division came deployed from Germany over there, and I noticed all these Kuwaiti men that didn't fight. They left their country. And the only thing that I thought to myself back then was, why am I here? If you're not willing to fight for your own country, why am I fighting for your country? I don't know. Am I off base? Tweet me at tired_lions_fan. Hashtag at Armed Radio. Let me know your thoughts on that. Tell me what you think. Is that fair? Is that fair to think? Am I right or am I wrong? Or is it in the benefit? Or are we supposed to? Is that our role now as the United States government? It's our role to go in and babysit countries that aren't willing to do it for themselves. Is that our role? I don't know. I personally don't want to shed blood for anybody but my God, my family, or my country. And my God only if my religion is being suppressed, which it's not, because this is the United States. You can believe whatever religion you want to. And even then, I put God first because of all the things he's done in my life. But still then, I don't think he would ask me to, as a Christian, to go out and slaughter people in his name. And I think people that go out and slaughter people in the name of religion, they're not. That's not religion. That's their own person. That's man. That's not God. God, the God I serve, says love everybody, which means you don't go out and take the offensive. Now I'll defend my family and I'll defend my home to the death, but. As far as the religion thing, I'm not going to go to war over religion. I mean, you have a right to believe what you want to believe. I don't subscribe to this. We need to force everybody to be one or the other. And the Christians are just as guilty as the Muslims in that respect. I mean, it's no mystery that way back in the day, that was how religion was spread, was through the sword. If you didn't agree with a person and how they believed, you got killed. That's just the way it is. The Christians and Muslims have been fighting for thousands of years. This is nothing new. This isn't like this cropped up just recently. And this is like a new thing. Our country's only 230, almost 240 years old. We're a baby country. We're a little toddler country. And now all of a sudden we're a world power that's got to babysit these people that have been killing each other for thousands of years. I say let them kill each other. I say let them kill each other. I don't care one bit for any of it. I don't. I just don't. Not worth another drop of our blood. Unless, even if by some reason our government was telling the truth and our gas prices went from $2.30 some odd cents a gallon down here in Texas down to $1 a gallon, I would not sacrifice one United States military service member's life. It would not even be worth it to me. I'll pay the $3.30 or $3.50 or $4 a gallon until we can pull our heads out of our butt and go drill out in Texas where all the oil is. But it is not worth one drop of an American's blood anymore in that region, anywhere in that region. I'm Mike Allen. This is Monday Morning Brew, and you're listening to the Armed Radio Global Network.
Wow, that tiger lily on your shoulder has amazing colors.
Thanks. I just got this tattoo a week ago.
What? No way. That tattoo looks totally healed. My tattoos never looked that great after a week. What did you use on it?
It's not what I used on it, it's what I used in it.
Now you're just making fun of me. What do you mean in it?
Tattoo Rick told me that it's not only what you put on your tattoos, it's what you put in your body that also affects your tattoos.
Great. Another thing I have to change about my diet.
No, nothing like that. I take the tattoo pill.
Really? There's a pill for tattoos?
Yeah, it's called a tattoo pill. It's packed with 30 vitamins and minerals that your body needs to help operate at ideal level. It helps me before, during, and after my tattoo. Great thing is, it's made here in the United States from all natural ingredients. And for people like me that are vegetarians, the tattoo pill comes in a veggie capsule and is gluten-free.
Okay, you got me. Where do I get this tattoo pill?
TheTattooPill.com.
TheTattooPill.com?
Yes, all one word, TheTattooPill.com.
Do you want a better future for your family and yourself? Now you can advance your current career or begin a new career and command a bigger paycheck by earning a fully accredited online degree. Study when and where you want. Tens of thousands of adults are doing it now. You can too. Best of all, financial aid is available for all those who qualify. For free, no obligation information on online degree programs, visit collegescholarships.com or speak with an educational advisor at 844-353-1800. Why wait? Visit collegescholarships.com or call 844-353-1800 right now. The information is free and it can change your life.
Ready to boost your professional image and show your dedication to your career? iCarryalls.com is your source for customized business cases for iPad, iPad mini, MacBook, Galaxy tablets, and other devices. We stock a huge number of genuine leather portfolios, pouch cases, business tote bags, and more. If you don't see the style you like, the iCarryalls design team can help you design the perfect case for your needs. Express international shipping is available. Get organized today with a leather case that works as hard as you do. Visit iCarryalls.com.
Hi, I want to tell you about the new Zunity Eclipse. iStream is a smart media aggregator that stores your media tastes to better focus your searches. Add to favorites or subscribe to your show of choice and never miss an episode again. Create your own little digital online library without downloading a thing. It supplies content by scanning and collating your channels directly from the World Wide Web. Supporting many formats and exceptionally versatile, whether playing the latest Android games and emulators, streaming 1080p HD movies or video playback from your own media collection, the Eclipse is a powerful, stylish addition to any household. Miracast and AirPlay, which enable you to share media content such as music, videos, photos between your smartphone, tablet, or laptop and your TV, will also run on this little Zunit. Zunity, TV made simple. Play games, share photos, chat with friends, user social media, stream, enjoy live television from around the globe. To order, contact us at Zunity.tv or call 718-414-3128 and check us out on Facebook. Zunity Talk for more information. TV made simple.
There is nothing in this world that can make or break your day like a comfortable pair of shoes. And if you're a woman like me, then the perfect shoes are as seductive as the perfect full-bodied wine coupled with a smooth, dark Belgian chocolate. Or a steaming hot bubble bath at the end of a long day. Let's be real, ladies. The perfect pair of shoes can even be better than spine-tingling, bone-melting, body-shivering. Well, you know what I mean. So, where do you get your perfect pair of shoes? Savvy Souls, where chic meets comfort at the intersection of satisfaction, swank, and trendy. Go to www.forsavvysouls.com for 50 to 70% off on the latest spring styles, or find them on Facebook today.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event of the evening. Tune into Channel Austin on June 21st as Enlightened Warriors in partnership with Emos to bring you the very best in amateur mixed martial arts. The Jiu-Jitsu tournament starts at 8 a.m. with Enlightened Warriors bell time 7 p.m. This event sanctioned by Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation. Tickets available at frontgatetickets.com.
Hi, this is John,
Jay, and Mikey.
Join us on the Hot Five at 10, Tuesday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern. Mikey, Jay, what are we going to talk about?
Love, fun facts, jokes.
We're going to talk about all this stuff. We're going to talk all over each other. So join us then. 10 p.m. Eastern, only on Tuesday nights, only on the Armed
Radio Global.
See you then.
All right, welcome back. Last segment of the show, Monday morning. Get it going right here on Armed Radio Global. For John Jay and Mikey, I got your commercial there. That's a good commercial, actually. I had it in my files and just forgot to swap it out. High 5 at 10. That's Tuesday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Those guys are a hoot, man. I always listen to their show. Always. And they do. They talk over each other. It's just great conversation. This is fun to listen to. Like I said, it's like sitting next to a couple of guys in a bar. Now, let's run down the lineup, shall we? Every Monday morning, 6 a.m. You're here already, so you know. But pass it on to your friends. I get the week started. 6 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock out on the West Coast. For all you hardcore Mike Allen listeners who are probably not up right now, but you get to listen to the replay. It'll be posted to Spreaker.com/user/armed radio. Plus, a link will be put up on Facebook and also on Twitter. So you'll be able to direct your friends to listen to the replay of this morning's show. At noon today, Tattoo Rick and Tara come on and talk about, things they like to talk about. Mostly tattoo stuff and the tattoo lifestyle. I don't personally have tattoos, but I love a good tattoo, especially on the lady folk. The gal I'm seeing has tattoos, and they look pretty good. It's pretty cool. I have not yet gotten a tattoo. It may be something on my bucket list. I don't know. But that's at noontime. That's at noon Central. And then tonight, Matt Hazley. Oh, actually, tonight, our brand new show, The Lynn O Show. I believe it's 7 Central. I want to say it's 7 Central because Matt's coming on at 9 Central. So 6 o'clock Eastern, The Lynn O Show. That's Dog's sister, and she has great insight on the entertainment business. She has a lot of experience in that, and she'll be starting her show. That's tonight. And I'm going to have to get her a promo. I might have to cut a promo for her. But her show comes on tonight, premiere, so don't miss it. The very first show for Lynn O. And then, of course, Matt Hazley closes out the Monday lineup with Straight Talk with Matt Hazley. I'm not sure what he's going to talk about tonight, but I can guess that one of the things he's going to be talking about is the U.S. Open that happened this weekend. He's a big golf fan. Not only is he a fan, he's a golf pro. Like I said before in the show, I would love to have that job. The only problem is the whole pro part. My golf will never be mistaken for pro. Tuesday night, Villanissima starts things off, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. She has talk time with Val, the hot spot for the hot topics, and she'll talk about just about anything. And it's always entertaining. And then after her show, the High 5 at 10. High 5! The John Jay and Mikey Show. We just heard their commercial coming out of the break. Again, it's a fun show. You just got to listen to it. It's an experience. Let's put it that way. I listen every Tuesday. I can't wait. I can't wait to listen to his show. Matt's show, of course, I listen every Monday night. I try to catch all the shows, but if you just want to kick back, turn your mind off, and listen to some good conversation that's engaging and entertaining, if not kind of silly, then the show for you is the High 5 at 10, because those guys are having a lot of fun. Some of Joe's friends from out there out east, and they're doing it right. Then Wednesday night, of course, this Wednesday, my guest will be Nal Chavez in the beginning part of the show as we talk about Belt of Honorius 6, which will be this Saturday, bell time 7 p.m., broadcasting live on Channel Austin and around the world on the internet from Emos off of Riverside Drive in Austin, Texas. 17 fights on the card right now. A full night. I'm going to have to get a couple of bottles of water and some breath lozenges. I can't even say it. Lozenges? You know what I'm talking about. Keep my voice going, because that's going to be a long night of introducing some of the finest amateur fighters in Central Texas. And Nal Chavez will come on, and he'll be talking about the fight card and some of the fights coming up. That will be capped off by the main event, which is between two of the best female MMA fighters in the state. And they're going to square off. And of course, one of them is my friend, Ferocious Fatima Mallet. And she is undefeated in amateur fights, and that's just going to be a great main event. I cannot wait to introduce it. I cannot wait to sit outside that cage and watch it. She's a fantastic fighter. Her opponent is just as good and just as motivated. It's going to be a good fight. I don't think nothing is going to be easy in that fight, because it's going to go. I want it to go the full 3 rounds. And I have an idea it will, because a lot of great fighting spirit in both those fighters. And I've seen Fatima fight a couple of times, and she's a beast. So he'll come on and talk about that. Plus, Ryan Lee from Rifles and Reason, and some other special guests that I'm working on. I'm not gonna out it right now, because I don't know if they're gonna come on or not, and that's just the way things go with internet radio. You work things, you ask about things, you invite people on, and sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But Ryan will be on, talk about some of the recent things that are happening with the Second Amendment. Of course, last week, if you missed it, James Gerard, a.k.a. Santiago Rosa, who's running for President of the United States, was on the show and making his bid for the 2016 presidential run. We got all sorts of folks come on my show, and I try to have good debate and try to stir up a little controversy, stir up conversation. Talk about it. Talk about it and educate yourself. And most importantly, come November, vote. Do not forget to vote. Thursday night, Val Niesma cranks it up again and gets things going, and some more talk time with Val. And then following her show, Joe Rocks, the Star Maker, Joe Savino, comes on with Night Talk. And Joe and his cast of characters, Jackie, the dog, and anybody else that wanders on into the room. Always entertaining. I teach on Thursday nights. I miss Val's show, but right at the end of the class gets out at 10 o'clock Central. I'm hitting the Live 365 app, which you can download for free, either for iPhone or for your Android, and save Armed Radio as one of your favorites, and I hit that sucker and I start listening. And then I have a little thing that I plug into my car stereo, so I'm listening to them on my car stereo on the way home. It's always entertaining, and that's Night Talk with Joe Rocks, Jackie, the dog, and as he puts it, the usual cast of characters. He calls it a train wreck. I call it very entertaining, and it is very entertaining. It's a good radio show. Good chemistry in there with those guys, and I love listening to it on the way home. And then, of course, Friday night, Matt's all alone on Friday. And he closes out the week of broadcasting here on the Armed Radio Global with some more straight talk that'll carry into the weekend. Then we all take a couple of days off. So that's our lineup heading into the week. Of course, you're starting it out this morning. And I hope you listen to all of our shows on Armed Radio Global. Great shows. And, of course, if you're out there and you're listening and you'd like to promote your company, whether it be a multi-level company that you're trying to get off the ground, or if you have an established company, it doesn't matter. We are global, so it goes all over the United States. You can get likes from different countries, and if somebody happens to wander into the town where your business is, they've heard about you, they've liked you on Facebook, they follow your posts, now they want to. A lot of times, that's how you get customers, is they come in from other places to visit the area, and they remember your store or your restaurant or your business, and they want to come visit because they've read so much about you on Facebook. We can make that happen here at Armed Radio. We have global reach. Some of our, most of our listeners come from South Africa, of all places. And this is all over the place. This is crazy. It's crazy. And we got a lot of people listening this morning. If you'd like to help us out, if you'd like to help yourself out, become part of the Armed Radio Global family, let us know. Email us at armedradio at armedmedia.net and let us know your information. We will contact you on how you can get a commercial cut. You get a copy of your commercial that you can use for anything you want to use it for. You get put in rotation 24 hours a day here at Armed Radio, which we run music. We are always on 11, 7, 10. I don't know. It's too many platforms. I got to get a list. Really, this is crazy. The Live 365, MyGen 365, Athena 365, Spreaker, Cloud. We get picked up by iHeartRadio. I mean, it's just all over the place. This is massive exposure for your business for really not that expensive. Cheaper than you would for a radio station that can just reach the local area. Then you drive, 50 miles away and they lose the signal. Here, our signal is all over the place. So come be a part of the Armed Radio Global family. We'd love to have you. Well, this weekend's big weekend. Last night I had the opportunity to go to Inspire Pro, NWA Inspire Pro Wrestling, and they have one of the finest independent pro wrestling promotions in Texas, if not the finest. They always pack the house. They got a bunch of people. When you talk about indie pro wrestling, you're talking about a crowd of maybe 100 folks at some of these promotions. I mean, you go in and there's maybe 100, maybe 150. They packed it out last night, 300 plus. And the venue that they're in is an old theater, so it's limited space to begin with. But they're packing it out. They had 11 matches last night, and every one of them were good. Every one of them were quality professional wrestling matches. None of them were bad. Very entertaining, very technical, great stable of wrestlers that he's got set up there. So just a great promotion. Had a lot of fun. Reconnected with a lot of the wrestlers that I announced back when I was announcing pro wrestling. Of course, I don't announce pro wrestling anymore, but met a lot of those guys, and they're doing great, and it was just a lot of fun. So if you're in the area, if you're in Texas, or if you'd like to see, if you're a pro wrestling fan and you're just tired of that crap that WWE's putting out, go to Inspire Pro on Facebook, like their page, and watch some good wrestling. They got a good production value, and I'm telling you, they're going places. It's getting bigger and bigger, and pretty soon they're going to have to move because the venue's just going to be too small. It's just not going to be big enough. So go like them. Go check them out. It's Inspire Pro. They're part of the National Wrestling Alliance, which is the oldest wrestling alliance in the country. And they have a true world champion. We just brought that championship back from Japan. They do a lot of wrestling in Japan and Europe. So it's true global wrestling. So like that. But anyway, this Saturday, big weekend, Belts of Honoria 6 is coming on, and yours truly will be announcing those fights. Wonderful fighters. I've been sharing it on my Facebook page. Like my Facebook page if you haven't already. Check them out if you're in the local area. We're also going to be broadcasting live on Channel Austin through Time Warner Cable and through Dish Network. And then it'll also be simulcast online outside of the local area, so you can catch it on the intranet. So you can watch some really good amateur MMA. That place is going to be sold out. It only holds about 1,000. Very intimate venue that we'll be in, and it's going to be something special. It's going to be something to see, because these guys are the guys that are trying to get to Bellator. These guys are the guys that are trying to get to the UFC, and so they have a good time. They've through all their training and everything. At the end of the day, they're just trying to make it to the next level. Well, that does it for me. Man, I'm going to go to bed. Thanks for joining me. I'll be here every Monday morning, 6 a.m. Central Standard Time, 7 a.m. out there on the East Coast. Rebroadcast will be on Spreaker.com. It'll be posted to Twitter and Facebook here shortly. So if you missed part of the show or the beginning of the show, you can log on and listen. Till next time, or till Wednesday night, I'm Mike Allen. You're listening to the Armed Radio Global Network, and this has been Monday Morning Brew, brought to you by Armed Media, Studio 6 Entertainment, and Blackland Sports Entertainment. See you next time.